The live-action adaptation of One Piece surprised both fans and critics when it premiered on Netflix in 2023. Anime adaptations have historically struggled in live-action form. If you'll remember the harrowing Dragon Ball and Death Note remake, that still haunts me to this day. However, the first season of One Piece managed to capture the adventurous spirit of the original story, while introducing the world of pirates to a broader audience. The season got almost everything right, from the characters, the action, and the spirit of adventure that made Eiichiro Oda's work a marvel of fantasy storytelling. The new season expands the scale of the story, introduces several iconic characters, and begins exploring the dangerous waters of the Grand Line. As the Straw Hat Pirates move beyond the East Blue, the show takes on a more ambitious narrative that aims to balance spectacle, character development, and world building. Monkey D. Luffy and his crew go through several islands, fighting old and new enemies, while winning hearts and making new friends. Overall, the season is as good as the first one, so you can definitely check it out. Before we move forward, make sure to like this video and subscribe to TheScreenLight. Now, let's take a spoiler-free deep dive into the world of One Piece. The second season adapts several early Grand Line arcs, including Logetown, Reverse Mountain, Whiskey Peak, Little Garden, and Drum Island. These arcs introduce a broader political landscape and a number of important characters that will shape the story moving forward. Season 2 begins shortly after the Straw Hat Pirates leave the East Blue and begin their journey toward the Grand Line. Their first major stop is Logetown, a historic city known as the execution site of the legendary Pirate King Gol D. Roger. Luffy and his crew must also survive Buggy, Alvida, Smoker, and a heartbroken whale in their voyage through the Grand Line. From there, the crew enters the unpredictable waters of the Grand Line, encountering strange islands, powerful enemies, and secret organizations. One of the most significant threats introduced in this season is Baroque Works, a mysterious criminal group whose influence extends across several islands. Their motive is not clear, but whatever their leader, Mr. Zero, is planning isn't for the good of the world. So naturally, our heroes cross his path with their assassins, leading to legendary fights that will be added to the tales of the great Captain Usopp, who is now also the Lord of Destruction. The main foe to fracture this season is King Wapol, a tyrant with an insatiable appetite. This storyline introduces Tony Chopper, one of the most beloved characters in the entire series. The cast continues to be one of the strongest aspects of the live-action adaptation. Their chemistry remains natural and engaging, capturing the camaraderie that defines the Straw Hat Pirates. As mentioned before, fans would get to see several important new characters, including Smoker, a determined marine captain who relentlessly pursues pirates, Princess Vivi, Igaram, Liko Robin, and several members of Baroque Works, led by Joe Manganiello as Mr. Zero. The showstopper this season is the fan favorite, Tony Chopper, whose storyline will bring you to tears. A special nod here goes to the voice actor, Brina Palencia, for phenomenal work. Her voice brings both emotional depth and humor to the series. The action and stunt work is also top class, aided by brilliant set design and visual effects work. Compared with the first season, the most noticeable change in Season 2 is scale. The Grand Line introduces unusual environments and unique cultures that significantly expand the world of the series. From prehistoric islands to frozen kingdoms, the show attempts to capture the imaginative scope of the original manga. This approach reflects a broader trend in modern streaming shows, where ambitious storytelling and complex world-building have become central to audience engagement. However, none has been able to switch between heartwarming and hilarious so frequently as One Piece. The episodes set in Little Garden deserve a special mention here. Those two episodes are the best and most memorable parts of the season. As each villain was unique, it gave a space for some lesser characters to shine. action, visual effects. Season 2 has the same insane production value as the first one. The fight sequences are not just for the sake of spectacle, they are designed for the characters to learn and grow. Luffy's elastic fighting style remains visually distinctive, while Zoro's sword combat adds a grounded intensity to many action scenes. The most impressive sequence is the 1 versus 100 fight between Zoro and the entire town. The visual designs of key locations such as Little Garden and Drum Island require complex visual effects to portray creatures, landscapes, and weather conditions that would be impossible to recreate entirely through practical sets. That's where Netflix's $150 million budget for this season plays its part. As the VFX work is top-notch, it never disappoints viewers with haphazardly put-together special effects. These elements contribute to the growing sense that the One Piece universe is far larger than the East Blue Saga initially suggested. This will attract more new fans to join the crew. Despite the larger scale of the story, the emotional center of the series remains the Straw Hat crew. Each character receives moments that reinforce their personal motivations. Zoro continues pursuing his dream of becoming the world's greatest swordsman, this time training specifically to fight Mihawk. Sanji, Usopp, and Vivi also gain more opportunities to showcase their personalities and strengths. But the true focus of the story is on Tony Chopper. The makers were seemingly aware that getting Chopper's story right could be the make or break for the season, and the good news is that they have succeeded. Despite its strengths, Season 2 faces some challenges. The most noticeable issue is pacing. Because the season attempts to cover several major story arcs, some events feel slightly rushed, while some take too much time, important characters appear quickly, and certain conflicts resolve more slowly than expected. The expanding cast also makes the narrative more crowded. While new characters add depth to the story, not all of them receive enough development within the limited number of episodes. The most disappointing aspect is the fight scenes with Luffy, which are nowhere near as good as the last season. Nami's character has also become less interesting this time. However, it could have been a creative choice to let the newer characters shine. The first 5 episodes are better than the last 3 episodes, which isn't a good thing for a TV series. Now, it's up to Season 3 to pick up the pace. Season 2 of One Piece successfully expands the scale of the live-action adaptation while preserving the adventurous charm that made the first season a success. By introducing the Grand Line and several major characters from the original manga, the show takes an important step toward exploring the larger narrative that defines the One Piece universe. Although pacing occasionally becomes uneven due to the number of story arcs being adapted, the strong cast performances, imaginative world building, and energetic storytelling make the season an engaging continuation of the Straw Hat Pirates' journey. For longtime fans of the franchise and newcomers discovering the story through the live-action adaptation, Season 2 offers a larger and more ambitious chapter in the search for the legendary treasure known as the One Piece. That's it for today. Are you a One Piece fan? Did this season meet your expectations? Tell us down below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and check out our other videos. See you tomorrow.